who swears by heaven swears by God's throne, who sits on it. Woe to you, teachers of the law and Pharisees, you hypocrites! You give 1/10 of your spices, mint, dill, and cumin, but you have neglected the more important matters of the law: justice, mercy, and faithfulness. You should have practiced the latter without neglecting the former. You blind guides, you strain out a gnat, a camel. To you, teachers of the law and Pharisees, you hypocrites! You clean the outside of the cup and dish, but inside they are full of greed and self-indulgence. Blind Pharisee, first clean the inside of the cup and dish, and then the outside also will be clean. Woe to you, teachers of the law and Pharisees, you hypocrites! You are like whitewashed tombs, which look beautiful on the outside, but on the inside are full of dead men's bones and everything unclean. In the same way, on the outside you appear to people as righteous, but on the inside you are full of hypocrisy and wickedness. Woe to you, teachers of the law and Pharisees, you hypocrites! You build tombs for the prophets and decorate the graves of the righteous, and you say, "If we had lived in the days of our forefathers, we would not have taken part with them in shedding the blood of the prophets." So you testify against yourselves that you are the descendants of those who murdered the prophets. Fill up, then, the measure of the sin of your forefathers. You snakes, you brood of vipers, how will you escape being condemned to hell? Therefore, I am sending you prophets and wise men and teachers. Some of them you will kill and crucify. Others you will flog in your synagogues and pursue from town to town. And so upon you will come all the righteous blood that has been shed on earth, from the blood of righteous Abel to the blood of Zachariah, son of Berechiah, whom you murdered between the temple and the altar. I tell you the truth, all of this will come upon this generation. O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, you who kill the prophets and stone those sent to you, how often I have longed to gather your children together as a hen gathers her chicks under her wings, but you were not willing. Look, your house is left to you desolate. For I tell you, you will not see me again until you say, "Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord." Chapter 24. Jesus left the temple and was walking away when his disciples came to call his attention to its buildings. "Do you see all these things?" he asked. "I tell you the truth. Not one stone here will another. Every one will be thrown down." As Jesus was sitting on the Mount of Olives, the disciples came to him privately. "Tell us," they said, "when will this happen, and what will be the sign of your coming and of the end of the age?" Jesus answered, "Watch out, deceives you. For many will come in my name claiming, 'I am the Christ,' and will deceive many. You will hear of wars and rumors of war. See to it that you are not alarmed. Such things must happen, but the end is still to come. Nation will rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. There will be famines and earthquakes in various places. All these are the beginning of birth pains. Then you will be handed over to be persecuted and put to death, and you will be hated by all nations because of me. At that time many will turn away from the faith and will betray and hate each other, and many false prophets will appear and deceive many people. Because of the increase of wickedness, the love of most will grow cold. But he who stands firm to the end will be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom will be preached in the whole world as to all nations, and then the end will come. So, when you see standing in the holy place the abomination that causes desolation, spoken of through the prophet Daniel, let the reader understand. Then let those who are in Judea flee to the mountains. Let no one on the roof of his house go down to take anything out of the house. Let no one in the field go back to get his cloak. How dreadful it will be in those days for pregnant women and nursing mothers. Pray not take place in winter Sabbath, for then there will be grace unequaled from the beginning of the world until now, and never to be equaled again. If those days had not been cut short, no one would survive. But for the sake of the elect, those days will be shortened. At that time, if anyone says to you, "Look, here is the Christ," or "There he is," do not believe it. For false Christs and false prophets will appear and perform great signs and miracles to deceive even the elect, if that were possible. See, I have told you ahead of time. So, if anyone tells you, "There he is out in the desert," do not go out. Or, "Here he is in the inner rooms," do not believe it. For as lightning that comes from the east is visible even in the west, so will be the coming of the Son of Man. Wherever there is a carcass, there the vultures will gather. Immediately after the distress of those days, the sun will be darkened, and the moon will not give its light. The stars will fall from the sky, and the heavenly bodies will be shaken.
Comes from the east is
At
visible
that time,
even in
the
the
sign
west.
of the Son of
So
Man will
be the
appear in the
coming
sky,
of the Son of
and
Man.
all the nations of the
Wherever
earth
there is a
will
carcass,
mourn.
there the vultures will
They
gather.
will see the Son of Man coming on the
Immediately
clouds of the sky with power and great glory.
After the distress of
And he
those
will
days,
send his angels
the
with a
sun will
loud
be
trumpet
darkened,
call,
and the
they
moon
will
will not
gather
give
his
its
elect
light.
from the
The
four
stars
winds,
will fall
from
from the
one
sky,
end of the heavens
and the heavenly
to
bodies
the
will
others.
be
Will be
shaken.
shaken.
Comes from the east is
At
visible
that time,
even in
the
the
sign
west.
of the Son of Man
So will
victory.
be the coming of the
As
Son
soon
of
as
Man.
its
All
twigs
the
get
nations
tender
of the
and its
earth
leaves
will
come out,
mourn.
you
There
know
the
that summer is
vultures
near.
will
They will
gather.
see the Even so,
Son of
when you
Man
see
coming
all
on
the
immediately
clouds of
after
these things, you know that right at the door. I tell you the truth, this generation will certainly not pass away until all these things have happened. Heaven and earth will pass away, but my words will never pass away.
All the clouds.
No one knows about that day or hour, not even things, nor the Son,
that right at the
but
door.
only the Father.
I tell you the truth.
As it was in
This
the days of
generation
Noah,
will certainly
so it will
not
be at
pass
the
away
coming of the Son of
until
Man.
all these things
For in
have
the
happened.
days before the flood,
Heaven and
people
earth will
were
pass
eating
away,
and drinking,
but my
marrying
words will
and giving
never
in
pass
marriage
away.
up to the
All
day
the
Noah
clouds-
entered the ark.
No
And
one
they knew
knows
nothing
about that
what would
day or
happen
hour
until the
things.
flood came
Nor the
and
Son,
took them all
right
away.
at the
But
door.
only the Father.
I
That is
tell you
how
the
it will
truth.
be at
As
the
it
coming
was
of the
this
Son of Man.
generation will certainly
So it will
not
be
pass
two
away
men will be in the
until
field.
all these
One
things.
will be
For in
taken
the days
and the
before
other
the flood,
left.
heaven and
People
earth
were
will pass
eating
away.
Two
and
women
drinking,
will be
but my
grinding
words
with a
will
hand mill.
Living in
One
marriage
will
up to the day Noah entered the ark. No
and
one
they knew
knows
nothing
about that day
what would
or
happen
hour
and
until
the
the
other
flood came, nor
left
the
and
Son,
took them all
right
away.
at the door.
Therefore,
Only the Father.
keep watch,
That is how it will be,
because
as
your
it
coming
was in
does
the
not
days
know
of Noah.
what day your
So it
Lord
will
will
be
come.
two men.
But understand this,
All these
if
things
the owner of the house had known at what
days
time
before
of
the
night
flood,
the
heaven
thief
and
was
earth will
coming, he would have kept watch and would not have let his house be broken into.
eating
So you also must
but
be ready,
all these
because the Son of Man will
had
come
known
at
of
an
what time
hour
of the
when
flood,
you do
heaven and
not
earth will
expect him.
he would have kept watch.
Who
and
then
would
is
not
the
have let his
faithful
house
and
be broken
wise
into.
servant whom the master has put in
So
charge of
you
the servants in his
also must
household
be ready.
to give them their food at the
While
proper
the owner
time?
of the house will
Had
come
known
at
at
what
what
time
hour
the
it would be
flood
good for
was
that
expected.
servant whose
He would
master
have
doing
kept
so
watch.
when he
Who then
returns.
not have let his house
I
be
tell
broken
you the
into.
truth.
When the master
He will put him in charge of all his possessions
to give them their food at the
But
proper
suppose
time.
that servant is
Known
wicked,
at what hour the
it will be
flood
good for
was
that
expected.
servant himself,
whose master
lying
kept
away a
watch
long
when he
time,
returns.
and he then begins to beat his fellow servants